Okay, cool. We're live now, Kurt.
Nice.
Um, yeah. So we're gonna play a game of Star Wars Unlimited tonight. I know normally we do. This would be when we would do, a painting stream or something more along those lines. But neither of us had anything to paint. Joe can't be here tonight, and so we decided to give some webcam play a try.
Yeah, gonna try it out. See if we can make it work. I'm sure there'll be some adjustments to make, but we'll give it a try and see if it works good enough. I think it'd be fun if we can get it all kind of the kinks ironed out and get it working. Like it'd be really fun to do it with like Joe and Evan and do like random matches every once in a while.
Oh man, is mine like? I think mine's flipped. It's like mirrored at the dang thing. I wonder if I can fix that.
Hmm.
Bum.
Like left to right, you're saying?
Like actually like mirrored. Um, It'd be flip. No, not that. Well, no, that okay. So that, and then we gotta rotate it a couple more times.
Oh yeah, I do see that now.
There
Yep.
we go. There we go.
Okay. Yep. Okay, now we're not lined up though. Wait, unless I'm probably a little behind. That's maybe all. No, yeah, that looks good. That looks perfect. Okay.
Okay, good, 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 good. Hello, John Lynch. Glad to
Welcome
see
to the party.
someone's excited for us. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it is gonna be a little blurry, but we'll make do and we can kind of like talk out loud some of the cards too when the effects matter. So hopefully that helps people along.
yeah, these webcams clearly are not meant to be focusing on little like text on cards. So
Yeah.
um, maybe someday in the future we'll get nicer cameras if we do this more. Join our patron for no reason at all. Those two things are completely unconnected.
Okay. I am running a Leia deck today. Leia aggression. I just have regular Catacombs of Kadera. I don't have the rare base or anything. I'm gonna give this a try.
Yeah, and I've got Tarkin with Tarkin Town. It's a
Hmm.
Tarkin Tarkin theme here. Sadly, the Executrix is not in the game yet, so I can't run that also.
And I'll give you my deck to cut here.
Uh,
Whoop, whoop. Okay, I think I'm good to go.
it would have been really funny if you would have had like your wife from off
Yeah,
camera. Like
and
like I
reach
reached
in.
forward and she came and put her hand in your shot at the same time.
Yeah. Oh,
Next
we got to
time.
figure out who's going first too. I can just flip, I guess, if this
Okay.
will show up on camera. Spark or unlimited?
Yes. Spark.
It's unlimited, I guess. I guess we'll have to have our own initiative tokens and just like I don't know,
Yep.
we'll make it work somehow. Okay. And I want to, I guess, not accidentally show my cards to the camera since you would
So,
see them too.
yeah, I was just thinking that because normally I would hold them out further like this here when I'm kind of just sitting at the table normally, but I don't
Yeah,
want
yeah.
to. I'm gonna keep my hand. I'm happy with what I drew.
Yeah, I think I don't need to mulligan. Let me resource this.
Oh
And
yeah, I always forget I got to do that. Huh?
tough choice, but I think I'll resource this and hopefully not regret that.
Man, I really kind of like all my cards again.
Yeah.
Okay. I forget already who was going first. You were?
I am,
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna play a Green Squadron A-Wing for 2.
Ooh. Green Squadron A-Wing. All right. Well, I'm gonna play a. Let's see, which side am I gonna have to play on? Over here for my ground units. The seasoned shore trooper.
Gotcha. And that'll take initiative.
Yep. Pass. Huh. Boy.
Uh, hmm. Yeah, I'll resource this. Okay, ready?
Yep.
I'm gonna start with a fleet lieutenant
Hit me
who's
for what?
gonna.
5 then?
Yeah, A-Wing will hit your base for 5.
All right. I will. Hey, at least these GameGenic tokens do show up on the camera pretty decent. Even the text on the cards
Yeah,
doesn't, so that's something.
yeah, that's nice.
Um, 3 for super laser technician.
Mm-hmm. And I guess I'm taking initiative again.
Um, I would say average match Pigpog lasts around uh somewhere between 15 and 20 minutes ish.
Yeah.
Kind of depending on what sort of decks are being played. Um, they can go a little bit longer, a little bit shorter. Uh, let's see, what did I do? All right. I'll attack your. How many hit points does the fleet lieutenant have again? 3, is it?
3. Mm-hmm.
It's a 2-3 or a 1-3.
It's a 3/3.
Oh, a 3-3. Ugh, I don't like that. But yeah, I'll hit your base for 2.
Okay. Okay.
And then pass.
Yeah. Okay.
Hmm. Man. Uh. Uh.
Bunch of cruddy cards.
No, it's a bunch of it's a difficult choice right now. Choosing which card I'm going to get rid of is the problem.
I think. Yeah, it is tough. I think I'll do this one for me. And let's see. I'm going first here. You got a shore trooper and a super laser technician. I mean, I think the choice is pretty easy for Leia. I'll use her ability to attack with both of them.
Yep.
Just Fleet Lieutenant on your base for 3, and A-Wing on your base for 3. So 6 total.
Yeah. This is gonna be a fast game at this rate. We will. Gonna snow trooper lieutenant to throw my super laser technician into your fleet lieutenant. Take it off the board. And then super laser technician becomes a resource.
And Tarkin comes out at 5, is that right?
Tarkin does come out at 5.
Well, interesting. Um, paying 1 for benthic 2 tubes.
Ooh. I'm going to bring out Tarkin. Is Leia 5 or 6? I forget.
She comes out at 5.
5. Okay.
Let me see. Is it worth playing this? I basically kind of did not draw very helpful cards this turn, so I think I'm actually taking the initiative again, unfortunately. Means you can have your way with me.
I shall. All right. I will attack your. How much? What's Benthic's stats?
He's 2/2.
2/2.
He adds raid 2 to a red unit.
Okay. Tarkin's going to kill Benthic. Take 2
Mhm.
damage. He will give the short trooper an experience token. And the short trooper will attack your base for 3.
So I'm up to 5.
Yep. And then I will pay 3 for a super laser technician.
Another one.
And pass then.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a little while
That's
before we're
one.
seeing Ewoks, though, because the next set that's coming out is called Shadows of the Galaxy. That one is kind of underworld themed. I am resourcing. And that one's so it's going to be a lot of smugglers, bounty hunters, that kind of stuff is kind of going to be the main theme of that set. And then there's the next set after that they've announced is called Twilight of the Republic, which based on the name, everyone kind of guesses is sort of going to be Clone Wars and kind of end of the Clone Wars type stuff. So no Ewoks. Well, that's not to say there
hope we
couldn't
get
be some
yeah.
Ewoks, because they do put a few cards outside the theme in every set. Like this set, the first set was called Spark of Rebellion, and it was sort of Empire versus Rebellion themed, but they still slipped in a few cards from like this, a couple cards from sequel stuff, a couple cards from prequel stuff, and like the Clone Wars show and things like that. Um, so there's always a few cards in the set that are outside of the theme.
Full Ewok deck. It's got to be a long ways off, though. If ever,
Yeah.
if it
Well, I
ever
mean,
happens.
I think with the LCG, like Ewoks was one of the very last sets to come out before they killed the game.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. So you're up to 6 resources now. So that
6.
shore trooper has +2.
Yep. So it is a 5/4.
5/4. Wow. This is where my Leia uh, aggro is falling apart a little bit. I've got 11 damage on you. Let's see. What's going to be the best option for me here? We got a lot of melee guys out there. And Tarkin has 7 health total, is that right?
Yes. So 5 left.
Left. Okay. Let me think. I don't know if this is smart for the first play, but I'll just do it. I'm going to pay 3 and put out an Echo-based defender with Sentinel.
Yep.
So he's a 4/3 with Sentinel.
Okay. I am going to. How many hit points does the A-Wing have?
3.
3. Okay. And the Sentinel has how many again?
3.
3. Okay. Going to pay 5 to do overwhelming barrage on my shore trooper. So it is now a 5'9" or
Or 7?
5'6". Wait, 3, 5, yeah, a 5'6". So
No,
we're
7, 7, 6.
7'6". Yeah, okay, yeah. So I got 7 damage to pass around. So
It's
that
both
should
of
be
them
enough to
dead.
kill both of them, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Dang. Yeah, I should have just attacked with the A-wing first, but I thought, oh, just should have known better. Dang. So that short trooper sitting there with 7 attack on him. That would make it very risky to pull Leia out right now. So I think I have to do a soft pass.
All right. Then I will gonna attack with your Tarkin on your base for 3 or for
Mm-hmm.
2. Sorry, and I'll put an experience on the snowtrooper.
And got a soft pass again. This is a really bad spot.
uh, 3 more with the snowtrooper.
So I'm up to 10. Soft pass again, yeah.
All right, then. Yeah, we're gonna do 7 to your base.
It's bad. To 17. Let's see. So if I bring Leia out now, I mean, you
what
probably just
What would
if you
Lumpy do in a Life Day themed deck?
uh I
Play
mean
play
he likes
weird.
like toy X-wings and
Yeah,
toys, right? So I feel like he could find a upgrade or a vehicle or something for you, maybe.
yeah. Maybe he could be, because doesn't he do something with some electronics up in his room that like mess with the Imperials?
Yeah, he does something to sabotage
Yeah, some
them in
he
some
could have
way.
saboteur. He could have the saboteur keyword.
I could see him exhausting a unit too, like he's distracting them or sending false orders or something weird. A whole Life Day deck would be interesting. I'm gonna bring Leia out. I'm sure
Okay,
you're about to kill the uh, super laser on her, but
that is exactly what I'll do.
okay. Take 2
Um,
and
how many hit points does she have total?
6. So she has 4 left now.
6. Okay.
Uh, yeah, I will just attack your base for 4, I guess. Since she has raid 1, she's attacking for 4.
Okay. I'm going to claim the initiative.
Okay, I will take my token off screen. Um, yeah, and I just have to pass, unfortunately.
Okay.
In a really bad spot with that pumped up short trooper. I kind of
Uh,
doubt I can
um,
come back from that.
I think I will. I will not
Where's that?
resource this round. And we will pay. Or no, I am. You know what? I am gonna resource. Sorry.
The 8. Okay.
Um, I'm gonna pay 3 for a royal guard. I have an official out, so he has sentinel.
Okay. Hmm. Not sure what the best option. I guess I will just pay 3 for another Echo based defender to get my own sentinel out.
All right. Um, I'm going to. No, I'm not gonna do that yet. Let's see. So I'm gonna have Tarkin hit Leia for 2. He takes how much back? 3?
Well, I've got Sentinel on this
Oh,
spec
right,
already,
right,
so
right. Oh,
it's a
that's right.
4-3.
4-3, huh? Um, yeah, I'll still have Tarkin hit him for 2.
Okay.
So now he is up to. So he takes 4. So that'll flip him back, but he does give an experience to the. Let's see. Right now, since she has rage, she would attack for 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will do that. I will give 1 experience to the uh, Royal Guard.
Gotcha. Oh, is that enough to kill Tarkin?
Huh? Yeah, he had 2 on him already, and you did. Or wait, no, you did 4 to him,
I did
right?
4.
Oh yeah, that's right. No, so he's at. So he's at 6 then. So
Okay,
he's.
there's 1 left. Okay.
Yeah.
And now the Royal Guard is up to 4 or 5.
Yes.
Okay. I think this is a little kind of too little too late, but the one trick I can do here is play 1 for precision fire. So Leia will attack with Saboteur. She's not going to get the +2 attack bonus because she's not a trooper, but she can just do 4 straight to your base.
Okay. Oh, 4, 4, not 5.
Yeah, just 4.
Okay. I'm gonna use my base's epic ability to finish off the um, defender.
Yeah. Uh, then sucks, but I think I just take initiative. I don't have anything else left to do, honestly.
Okay. Um, then 5 from the shore trooper,
Yeah, that onto layer or the base.
the base,
Okay. So I'm up to 22.
and then 3 more from the shore trooper or snow trooper,
So it's at 25.
and then I'm gonna play seventh sister also, and then pass.
Nice. Gotcha.
So now, are you gonna draw that overwhelming barrage and clear my board? I'm
What
not
up,
gonna.
everybody?
Oh,
Oh,
hey.
hey Joe.
Gonna sit and paint while you guys play.
Nice.
I hate overwhelming barrage. We did Twin Suns last night, and Twin Suns after 2 games last night, probably my favorite way to play the game at the moment. But
Oh yeah,
man,
I really love it. I just haven't had a chance to actually sit down and play it yet.
it's such a different vibe because it's like, I don't know, it feels way less serious. But overwhelming barrage, I hate it. It's good enough if it didn't give them +2/+2 for the round or whatever.
Yeah. It's really good. It's really, really good. I agree. It kind of doesn't need both effects. It's already good enough without that. I mean, you've got me here, Leo, but we can play it out for the couple actions it's going to take
Okay.
just to kind of show people.
You guys doing 2 out of 3?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess. So I think the best thing I can do here, it's not good enough, but I'm going to pay 6 for a gorilla attack pod, and it's going to come out ready since I'm almost dead.
Yeah. And you've only got what, 5 on your base, and that's
Yeah.
I mean I just attack with my
Yep.
shore troopers and
Yep.
be the last 5.
Good game. I felt like after I had okay starting hand, but after that I was drawing only 1s and 0s or only 6s, and so I had basically nothing I needed to play after that. So you just like really outpaced me right away, unfortunately.
Yeah, when you drop the A-wing turn one, that's always kind of a scary one.
Yeah.
Um, but then
And like the fleet trooper is great on turn 2 because it's like, okay, now I'm gonna have 2 things I can attack with, and I can start just like laying stuff. But
yeah, for sure, you kind of had a good start. You had like almost a perfect start. A-wing turn one, fleet trooper turn two. Um,
then yeah, after that I drew. It was like all my 1 cost events, which were not useful yet, and 0 cost events, medal ceremony, and then the next thing I drew, I guess I drew the Echo base, but other than that, the only other thing I got was both guerrilla attack pods, and I was like, this is not what I need. I need some like 3s and 4s. I need like anything.
yeah,
But
I wonder if the thing I need to start doing with medal ceremony is start playing it even when I'm only giving one experience out.
I think it's still fine for that.
yeah,
Because that's kind of my thing is like I've sort of like tried every time I try holding on to it to try and play it so it hits 2 or even 3 units, it never happens. So I think maybe that's the thing is I just need to start doing using my metal ceremonies in my Leia deck when I even if it's only going to hit 1 unit because it costs 0. And
yeah. I honestly wish I had. I could have used it on the A-wing on turn 2. Um,
yeah, I think if you
and
had
it still would have ended up
yeah,
dying. But then the other thing is I
I
didn't
wouldn't have been
attack
able
the
to
first action with the A-wing, so like that would have been even more damage if I had done both of those
yeah.
things, right?
Yeah. And I wouldn't have been able to kill both of your units you had out there.
Hmm. Yeah, I knew I was gonna regret not just attacking with the A-wing immediately, and I was like, I'm gonna risk it, and I paid the cost because like it would have been a lot closer with that 3 or again 4 damage if I had metal ceremonied it first too. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I probably would have lost initiative playing metal ceremony. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it would have changed it, but it would have been closer.
So
But let's see if I get better draws this time.
what are you painting tonight, Joe?
I'm painting Plo Koon's new lightsaber,
Uh,
and then I'll probably do the bases for this.
yeah. How is that working out? I've seen other people replace the lightsabers with sewing needles.
It looks pretty good. It seems fine. I don't know. It's not going to be like a. It's a good replacement, and it doesn't make sense to just use them instead.
Yeah. Well, well actually like the person I first saw it with a person that's what they were doing is they were using them instead of
I don't know
the
why you would
To
want
avoid
to.
snapping them off later, maybe?
Yeah, I assume it's just as likely to snap this one because it's now, super glued there rather than
yeah.
like a solid piece.
Well,
Would you
and
drill it in at
well,
all?
yeah, I was gonna say I think he like sort of uh uh like sanded down the one end so it was really skinny and then drilled into like the lightsaber handle a little bit and like so
That sounds like an obscene amount of work.
that's it. Well, I mean if you had like yeah, if you had like
You don't need to go all the way through or anything.
a
That's
dribble
so
or like
tiny.
or something else so you weren't like manually sanding down the if you're doing it by hand it might take a while.
But even just like getting it to poke into the lightsaber hilt, that's such a small point you need.
Well, that's what you have. That's why you have a drill.
Too much work.
I'm no mulligan.
This is
Um, I hmm hmm. I think I'm gonna mulligan as well here. I, I
It was like all 1 cost cards. I was like, these all suck.
yeah yeah. Like I'm definitely think I'm gonna rejigger my Leia deck and remove the Spec Force guys.
Hmm.
Like I
or
might
the the Mud Trooper guy?
No, the what is it's just called like Spec Force Trooper
Yeah,
or something.
I was saying, would you replace him with the Mud Trooper
Oh.
guy?
Oh, I don't know exactly yet, but I think I would put the Spec Force guys as more of just like a sideboard, and I don't know what I would replace them with. Because
Jedi guys
they
or
don't
something.
get used a lot, and I don't like having the like the one drop in there. I feel like there's better cards.
Yeah, like those green one cost guys that just exist to die and give you an experience can be pretty good. The only issue with them is they don't have the rebel tag, which when you're
Yeah.
building a Leia
You
deck,
don't
it's
need
nice
them
to.
to necessarily, but it would be nice.
Honestly, I think I would almost rather have something like Partisans or something like that. Maybe I like this hand a lot, so I'm gonna keep it.
I'm assuming you already have 2 tubes in it.
No,
Oh, well, there you go. 2 tubes is great.
he's okay.
If he had more tubes, then
Yeah, if
maybe
he
we
was
could
like
talk.
bent 6 tubes, then yeah, we'd really.
Do you have Red 3 and K2? Those
Oh yeah,
are kind of
those are both in there.
okay. I mean, if K2 can get a attack after being buffed by 2 tubes while Red 3 is out, and that's just a start. You can start laying on other stuff like Heroic Sacrifice.
So many of the online kind of net list versions of the deck are based around for a cause I believe in. So they want like no non-white cards.
I don't use
But
that one
I
that
don't
much.
have
It's
all
a really
those good
good
expensive
card.
cards, so I have to use stuff like 2 tubes and Partisan Insurgent at the
I
moment.
mean, 2 tubes is good. Insurgent is okay. I like.
You're good to go, Kurt.
Oh, okay.
Weirdly, I like
yeah, I got
Jedi
an A-Wing.
Agitator.
Yeah,
Even
he's
though
pretty good. That's
he's
like another
pretty
one
good.
that I might I is on my maybe list.
Situationally, like he's like if he's out when your leader's out, he's super good. Otherwise, he's garbage.
God dang it. God dang. Now I like my starting hand a lot less. TIE Fighter.
Okay. And I'll take initiative.
I'm gonna give the TIE Fighter an experience.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot.
So it's a 3-2.
3-2, yes. And then I will pass.
That makes it trade really well with the A-Wing thing.
Watch out for that. Super TIE Fighter. Tarkin can be a real jerk. My strategy is always if Tarkin starts like favoring one unit, it's dead. I can't let it grow up.
That's why I never really favor. I spread the shit around.
Sometimes if they like I've seen once or twice someone make like a mega TIE fighter that was like 13 experience or something. Because like their opponent just couldn't get anything in space.
I guess it also depends on what I'm playing against. Like I would never do that against blue, because that's just begging
Right.
for it to get like vanquished or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or yellow, they're just gonna like what is it, Asteroid Sanctuary or whichever one sends it, waylay. They're just gonna waylay the dumb thing, back to my hand.
Ready?
Yep.
I was trying to decide if the A-Wing should try and take out that TIE Fighter before you pump it up more, because I know I won't be able to stop it, but I don't know. I think the best thing is just blindly attack your base for 3. I don't have a wing leader to throw on it this time, or fleet, whatever.
So it's without the raid, it is a 1/3, right?
Correct.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna get it out of there.
Is that Tarkin Town?
Yes.
let's see. For 3, I have Echo Base Defender again.
Okay.
Little Sentinel thing on him.
He's a 3/4, correct?
4/3.
Or a 4. Oh, he's a 4/3, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
Echo Base all of the heroism command units I love so much. Red green are definitely my favorite hero.
Cell block guard.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Also has Sentinel.
Take initiative.
Pass.
Did you make that Childson deck, Kurt? You should bust that out.
No, I haven't made a
Oh,
raw version of
man.
it.
Oh, man.
I don't think I have all the right cards for it.
Yeah, I'm missing a lot of like the multiples of the legendaries, but I made my own version that I think is still
I will resource
good.
this.
All right.
KVS should be in set 2 before Outlaws even comes out.
I mean, she would fit in there, but I don't.
That'd be cool.
I mean,
And then Nyx could be a unit too, and it could like steal an upgrade from your opponent or something, maybe.
Yeah. Or just yeah. I guess that makes more sense as a unit. I think BD1 would probably just be an upgrade.
Oh, what am I thinking? I should not resource that one. I should.
yeah,
resource
Cal seems like he could definitely fit in the set for sure.
Mm-hmm. Of all the Jedi type characters, we were discussing that on the Discord the other day. That he would probably fit like a 4-cost blue that Tyler said would work really well with the Luke leader.
This is a tough choice. Yeah, I think I'll resource that one. Okay. Okay, ready, Leo?
Yep.
For 4,
Ooh.
I'm gonna put out General Dodonna
Ooh.
so that my Echo Base becomes even tougher and stronger.
Oh.
Udana
Get
is
Ryken and what he'll do.
I'm gonna give my
yeah.
Cell block guard an experience.
Just cancel that out.
What would Ryken do?
In Armada, he kind of has a similar thing to like Chirrut, where units can stick around longer. But I don't know in this game. I don't know.
I don't know. Would he like maybe he could like sort of be like when they're evacuating Echo Base, he could like somehow like return units to your hand or something like that.
Yeah,
And then
sort
you
of
get
like
draw
Bright
a
Hope.
card when you do it or something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Bright Hope does already kind of do that. You're right, which is makes sense since it's evacuating Echo Base there. So,
Well, it's not super useful, but I think my Echo Base has to kill your cell block.
okay.
We kill each other.
Sad.
Oh, have I shown you this, Joe? This is Andy on the Discord.
Oh, is that after he was asking all those questions about
the measurements of
dimensions?
tokens and stuff? Yeah, he designed this up and printed this. It fits right in your token. Actually, so he's got
that's perfect.
He's got a thing that sits down in the bottom, and then this just sits right on top of it, and then they just slides right into your deck pod, which is
I want one.
It's really cool. Like I did, I gave him a couple pointers, so this was sort of like an alpha version that he's so I think he's gonna do a couple tweaks and stuff, but yeah, no, it's really cool. Okay, I'm gonna pay 2 then for Snowtrooper Lieutenant to attack your base for 5 with the TIE Fighter.
Okay. I got nothing else. I guess I'm taking initiative.
And then I will pass. Oh boy.
Doesn't sound good. Doesn't sound good, Kurt.
just
Yeah.
just the things I've been drawing. Been
What's gonna be the best for me here?
I don't know if it's actually that great, but I mean I'm finding my hand entertaining.
I'll resource this.
Yeah, I'm gonna resource that one. All right.
So last game I regretted not attacking with a unit as soon as it could. But I'm still tempted to make that choice.
Yeah, that can bite you, because
There's a lot of things that can happen.
especially a unit with raid. Usually, if a unit doesn't have raid, I'm always like, well, I better get this over with, because if I am on the defense, I'm wasting this unit.
Yeah, so it doesn't feel optimal in some ways, but I will just attack your base for 4 with Dodonna.
Okay.
Hits it with his walking stick.
His little his like teacher pointer thingy that he has during the
Yeah.
briefing. He just
Like a car antenna.
yeah. I will hit your base for 4 with my TIE fighter.
See? You gotta stop that TIE fighter from growing old.
I'm gonna bring Leia out.
Okay. You still got 5 untapped, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Readied. 5 resources readied. We don't tap or untap things in this game.
There's a guy in my local community who calls them mana. I'm on board with calling it tapped. I don't use that, but it doesn't bother me. But like calling resources mana. And then he even called it an event of spell, and I was like, come on.
Yeah.
Joe, have you played with someone who calls it scrying when they look at cards in their deck? That's another magic term.
With like mill, those ones for whatever reason, maybe because they're more commonplace.
Scry is still like a magic spell thing though, which makes it weird.
Yeah, which is I mean that's just sort of what it was. Is I mean cards used to just say like look at the top, whatever cards of your deck, but so many cards said that they just made the scry become a keyword. I mean, and even that was still, I mean, geez, I mean that happened, like well over a decade ago. So it's been sort of like in the card gaming lexicon for quite a while.
Right. And it's not like the big thing is, well, does the game have existing terminology that you could be using instead?
Yeah.
And in this case, yes, it has a thing called an event, not a spell.
Let's see,
what
what
spell
do I want to do?
Dathomiri spell.
How many hit points does Leia have? 6?
Yep.
Okay.
Actually, sorry, I need to throw.
Well, no,
yeah.
7.
Yeah. I. God. Do I want to? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna attack your base for 2 with my snow trooper. Sure, let's do that.
Okay, I'm up to 11. I'm gonna pay 3 for a wing leader, which will throw 2 XP.
Oh, jeez.
Leia.
Ooh, yeah, love me a wing. I feel like I can't make a rebel deck without a wing leader or a fleet lieutenant.
Yeah, absolutely. This deck relies on them.
I'm gonna pass.
I'm gonna pay 1 to put infiltrator skill on Leia.
Oh,
so that's
geez.
another 1/1, and she has saboteur.
Oh my gosh. Ah. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
So she's hitting for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
I will pass.
Ooh, he's waiting
Uh,
for you to make some kind of move.
yeah, I'll finally attack with Leia. So just to double check the math, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, she attacks your base for 8.
Okay. Ugh.
And
That's
there's no other unit to go after her.
Seems fine. Handle
ouch.
it on her own.
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
I was afraid of Leo having something that would kill her before she attacked, though.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Definitely got something.
I'm gonna bring out Tarkin.
Okay.
Or
I've
maybe
got
he
a
was just didn't want you to kill Tarkin with her.
What are you playing?
I got a medal ceremony for 0, so Dodonna and Leia will get an XP.
Oh man, this game's not gonna go like the last one.
Leia
I
gives
like
herself a medal.
As she's like staring down Tarkin, she's like, "What? What you can do about it?"
All right, seventh sister.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Then I am finally just taking initiative now.
okay. How many damage do you have in your base? 11.
11.
All right, I'll hit it for 2.
Mhm.
Seventh sister gets an experience, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
God. But you've got, what, 9 plus 5, 14,
Mm-hmm.
15. That's enough to kill me next turn, so.
Unless you... Well, yeah, because I have initiative, so I'll go
Yeah,
before
you'll
you
attack
say
with
something.
Leia and then use Leia to attack with Dodonna, and I lose. So,
Doesn't even matter if you drop out a Sentinel because she's got Saboteur.
yeah.
I guess it would
Mhm.
stop at Donna.
Yeah. Yeah, no, damn.
Look at that.
Good game. See, yeah, that was one of the cards I needed last time. I needed, like, the wing leader and stuff to, like, keep my units going. So this XP and stuff really helps. Although, again, it was risky, because, like, I was afraid you had, like, another overwhelming barrage, and you would, like, kill these things while I was sitting there, like, pumping Leia up and stuff.
I would have drawn 2 next turn.
Yeah, so we're 1-1. Red green versus red green.
Yeah, I didn't have anything on the board big enough to where, even if I don't, well, I guess I could have, if I had had one in my hand, I could have overwhelming barraged Leia and then used Tarkin Town, and that would have taken her off the board.
Tarkin. Okay. Basing paste. Setting on my Wolfpack people. Do I paint Darth Vader next? The only unpainted guys I have left now for Shatterpoint are Darth Vader 2, Sabe, and the Handmaidens. And then and the Weequay Pirates, but they're not primed yet. Do I do my Handmaidens or start on another Darth Vader?
I don't want to think about how many cards or how many minis I have unpainted.
Mm-hmm.
We all see my tower of shame behind me every time we record, so.
And it's even more impressive in person. I got to go to Leo's this weekend, and we played some Star Wars Unlimited. And I got to look at all his cool action figures and things.
That's not all of them.
Well, I got to look at whichever ones were out.
Yeah, I'll keep this hand. Sure.
Oh yeah, let me actually draw here. Don't show them on
I'm not
camera.
very thrilled at the idea of painting another Vader or the Handmaid, but it's got to be done.
I I think this is a bad hand, but I'm going to keep it because it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Resource this. And
Oh yeah, that's the other thing about this Vader. Made sure to place him on one of the bases that have those vents. So I want to see if I can, when I do the finishing touches on the base, if I can make it look like there's air blowing out of the vent. That's like puffing his cape up.
Okay, ready, Kurt?
yeah.
Okay. One for a Death Star Stormtrooper.
I've got one for benthic 2 tubes.
One for Tarkin to give my Stormtrooper experience.
Interesting. I've got one to put infiltrator skill on.
What do you think he did to that Stormtrooper?
Uh,
He gave him an experience. What does that mean?
He showed him his pink slippers he wears around, and it's not like he's not like, you know, no matter what the regulations say, just always being comfortable is very important. And
Or he was like, no one will ever believe you.
I'll take the initiative.
I'll pass.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. So Benthic gives, when he attacks, he gives another red unit raid, right?
Yes.
And right now he is what?
He's 3/3. Saboteur.
3/3. Okay.
I'll resource this.
I will. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Oh, right. I suppose I actually better resource something.
You don't have to. It's optional.
Yeah. Nobody's forcing you.
I will attack your base for 4.
Okay. I'll have 2 tubes attack your base for 3.
You think they'd ever do a base that has 2 different aspects but only has like 20 health?
Maybe. I mean, it would, but if it does, it's still gonna only have one of the 4 main colors. It's not gonna have heroism or villainy on it. I would,
Right.
You know.
Yeah. I think they made it pretty clear those are never going to be on base.
Yeah, or I mean, at least not for a long time down until a long time down the road. But
so we get like the world between worlds base.
Yeah. Okay, so you attacked. Okay, 3 for a super laser tech.
I could see there being like Jedi Temple base with heroism with a thing that says your leader may not have a villainy aspect. In a set that like
Fighters for Freedom.
Okay, and that's okay. You play a red card, it does damage. What's its stats? 3/4.
3/4. Yep.
Ooh, I love Fighters for Freedom.
And what's Benthic right now?
3/3.
3/3.
Badass.
Okay, I will take the initiative.
And I'll pass.
I want to bust up my Cassian deck. I made a red-yellow deck. There's some pretty good yellow rebel cards.
From these matches we've played, I can definitively say this deck has too many events in it now. It's like all I've been drawing every match. Oh, let me ready. Yeah, I'm ready.
Starting painting this Vader, and
I'm gonna give an experience to the super laser tech.
So it's a 3/2.
Yes.
And the Stormtrooper is a 4/2.
Yes.
Man.
Pigpog 101 says, if you had to be captured by one of these 2 races, which would you pick? And then the YouTube little emoji thing is covering up the word. Gotta type something to bump the chat
It's
up.
the Borg or the Yuzan Vong.
Oh.
I think being a Borg would be fun. I can do that.
I mean, I feel like the being captured by the Borg, it's they sort of get it over with quickly. You
I,
just like you show up, and then they just assimilate you. Um,
right. Well, they assimilate you. The Borg would just kill you. I mean, the Vong would just kill you, wouldn't they?
Yeah,
well,
they
they
probably torture
they
you
torture
too.
you for a while first,
Oh, okay. Well,
so yeah.
yeah. Borg.
Yeah, Borg have like free healthcare. Everyone's friends. They become a lot smarter.
So many advantages. Um,
Sorry, it's my
Canon
go.
in their
okay, yeah.
respective universe.
I'm gonna pay 1 for Rebel Assault. So I'm gonna attack with 2 Rebel units. They both get +1 attack. So 2 tubes will attack your base for 4,
Okay.
and he'll pump up the Fighters for Freedom, who's a red card. And Fighters for Freedom would be with the raid 2 and with the +1 from Rebel Assault, it would be attacking your base for 6. So together that was 10
And
damage total.
oof. All
Let them
right.
go.
Dang.
Yeah. Budget 2 tubes was good.
Super laser tech's gonna kill off 2 tubes.
Mm-hmm.
The tubes. I hope we get the other 2 tubes. Who has something like, if you are given raid 2, get if you get
Give
a
them raid
keyword,
2 back. Oh.
if you get raid X, double the value of X.
I'm paying 3 for open fire to kill off that stormtrooper. It's not
I'm gonna
a great
pay.
use of this card,
I'm
but
gonna pay 3 to ignore it.
I'm gonna counterspell.
I got a. Yes, I leave 2 blue mana untapped. What do you do?
Oh, and I do 1 damage to your base because that was a red card.
Yep.
I almost forgot.
Well, butts. How many? You got nothing left.
Right.
Ready. Okay. All right. Well then, I'm gonna pay for Fifth Brother.
Nice. I'm gonna have to take initiative.
Okay. And then I'll bring up Tarkin.
Yeah.
Gosh. You know what? I am going to hit. Now I'm gonna hit your base for 2.
Okay.
And give Fifth Brother an experience.
So he's 3, 5. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then you already claimed initiative, so I pass.
Okay. I'm resourcing this.
Resource that one. Although, no, you know what? I'm going to resource that. Maybe. Yeah. That's the one.
Okay.
Your move.
Yeah, I think I will just start by taking your base for 3.
Okay. Well, let's. See, I'm gonna put out Leia. First things first, gonna attack your base for 2. Another experience on Fifth Brother.
I'm gonna pay 2 for an A-wing, and you take 1 damage on your base from the Fighters for Freedom.
Okay.
We have a new thought experiment in the chat
Okay.
from our friend Pigpog. 10,000 weaponless Ewoks versus 1 Rancor wins.
I feel like
10,000 is a lot of Ewoks.
yeah, I feel like 10,000 would simply overwhelm the Rancor.
It'd get exhausted after a while.
They like climb up on his back.
Someone
and
load this up in totally accurate battle simulator.
They scratch his
Yeah.
eyes out.
I mean, I've seen like 10,000 Toads versus one Bowser in that like battle simulator.
Whoa.
They take him down.
I'm gonna pay 4.
Pay for what?
Imperial Interceptor and kill the A-Wing.
No.
He has amended it to 1,000 Ewoks.
1,000 is still a lot, but that's a lot tougher.
That's more reasonable.
Pink 3 for red 3, so you'll take 1 more damage from Fighters for Freedom.
Ah, dang it. Should have killed him. Jerk.
A little reminder for his ability.
Let's see. Fifth brother is gonna attack your base. He's gonna do 1 damage to the fighters. Or actually, how many hit points does the red 3 have?
3.
We're gonna do 1 damage to red 3 actually.
Does it have to be a ground
Does it
unit
have to
with-
be
No? I'm asking. I think
1
it does.
damage to this and another ground unit? You're right. Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah.
yeah.
So yeah. It does go on to the fighters, and 1 damage to himself. So he's gonna hit your base for 5.
Wow.
I really like the Inquisitor character.
He's such a good card.
All right.
Especially if I have an Inquisitor deck where if you just get him Fallen Lightsaber, Electro Staff, or like Resilient, he's
Wow.
Yeah. Your
We're
turn.
gonna
Then.
bring Leia out.
Okay. I am going to epic action to kill your fighters.
Dang. Nice combo. And then I'm gonna have Leia attack your base with the Biggs bonus. She is doing 5 damage.
Yep. Initiative.
And I'll pass.
Okay.
I'm not gonna resource anything.
Okay. So 4, 3. How many hit points does Leia have again?
6.
6. Yeah. I can kill one or the other, but I can't kill both. So you're gonna win here.
Because you have 1 left.
Yep, I've only got 1 hit point left. So fifth. Do people actually like Fifth Brother? Like, do I like the character Fifth Brother? No, he's a doofus. But do I like the card Fifth Brother? The card Fifth Brother is awesome.
The card
I
is
agree.
great.
He's also very good in Shatterpoint, but I'm with Leo. I just like particularly the live action version of the character is a goober, but
I like the live action better than the Rebels version. I've really 180'd on the Rebels one. He's like so bad at his job. He like walks so slow and just is like, oh, I'm gonna threaten people and like never back it up with anything.
Well, but
Because-
he does the same thing in Obi-Wan. He's constantly like, he's just
Yeah.
always all like, "Meh, I'm in charge because I
At
said
least in-
so.
in Rebels he feels like sort of like kind of like a big aggressive dumb brute, whereas in Kenobi he just feels like what Pigpog says here. He acts like that one annoying little cousin. There was He's on our Discord. He's an internet friend, Ben. He was the one who made that original meme that was just a picture of him, and it just said, "Mom says it's my turn on the Xbox." That kind of energy.
So, well, if we were doing best 2 out of 3, you've won. Now this is the second time we've played, and you've beat me, Kurt.
No spoilers.
But I think that today's matchups were harder for me than the Leia mirror match. And again, I don't. Looking back, I'm not really sure like to some extent like what led me to win in the Leia matchup because like in that case we should be like pretty on average playing basically the same cost units and
Yeah.
strength units and
Well,
stuff.
I mean, and that's also we only played 3 games, so it's like it's like had
Yeah,
we played more, would it have sort of like averaged out to where it was kind of 50-50.
yeah.
Um,
But like this Tarkin deck, like I think it has a lot of strengths that are tough for me to deal with. I can't really take out this big unit, so I have to
yeah.
be faster than them. And I was this match,
How
but I think a
many
lot of matches I won't.
resources? How many resources were you guys sitting on there at the end?
I had
Uh,
5.
I had 6.
Wow, yeah, that's fast. That's why I tend to not make decks that have anything that costs more than 6 because that my games usually end by then.
I mean, like I've got Vader in here, but I mean, I can ramp up to it pretty easily usually. Um,
It's tough
and that
though.
being
Like I feel
said,
like
like, uh, like I had like a cell block guard in my hand the whole time. It's just sort of like if I had maybe played that instead of Fifth Brother, that would have been um,
a little slower, but I did have a
you know,
precision fire too,
yeah,
so some
true.
was gonna get through. Yeah, I don't know. I ended up putting the gorilla attack pods in here that everyone loves, but what we saw in the first match is it's like if it gets that late, it's like too little, too late. Like I don't have time, which that makes me want to
Yeah,
go back to something with ambush,
Yeah.
like the
Well, and
Rogue
like
Squadron
yeah,
or the Mercenaries.
yeah, it's like they're often like your sort of like a finisher.
Hmm. And like people have made a good point. Like when it comes out, it kind of interrupts some enemy plans because now they have to figure out what to do about it. There's a ready unit that there wasn't before, and they're like, "Oh shoot, what do I do about that?" So I think sometimes it won't matter, but sometimes they'll be like, "Ah, oh, dang, now I have to take that out," and it's got 6 health, so a lot of things can't take it out, and they're
Yeah.
just gonna activate grid on it. So like, a lot of things can't deal with it, but I just haven't figured out like if it really fits for me and the type of things I expect to run into. I don't know. I don't really know.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the other things is like I did have an Ozzel, or I resourced 2 Ozzles.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because like this game, because sort of based on some of the other games, I was like, I'm not sure how often I'm gonna have the initiative because like that's when he's really good is when you have the initiative. So you use him on the first unit you play each turn. So you play a unit first action when your opponent already has all their units ready, so they get no benefit from him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, but like I was thinking, but then I ended up having the initiative quite a lot. So it's not like, man, I had actually had my Ozzel, that would have changed the math a bit too.
Yeah. Because when your guys come out ready, like if Fifth Brother or something comes out ready, then you're taking my units out and I lose a lot of speed. Yeah, if you had kept one of them, and I mean, what would you have resourced instead, do you think?
Yeah, like I mean, I don't remember what else I had in my opening hand exactly. So it's like, I don't know, maybe I would have resourced like that cell block guard instead or something. But cell
Mhm.
block guard's good too. So I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's tough. I think for mine, I definitely need to take like a couple event cards out. I think because I was just drawing way too many of those, and I need some, but not that many. need to think about the gorilla attack pod. The other thing I was thinking is, well, I had some thought during one of these matches that something I would switch around, but now I forgot. What? Man, I was blinking. I had a good idea for a different card to swap in, and now I already forgot.
Do you have Battlefield Marine?
Yep.
Do you have
Oh, I know. The one
Bright
idea I
Hope?
had, I do have Bright Hope, which I haven't found myself using a lot, but I still think it's good to have just in case. But I was thinking, I wonder if it's worth having. I'm not sure what I would take out, but I wonder if it's worth having like a couple copies of Mon Mothma, because I think in these matches I've definitely found like when I get like the Fleet Lieutenant combo or the Wing Leader combo, I'm doing really good. And if I'm not getting those, then it slows down a lot. I mean, playing Mon Mothma instead would also slow it down, but like
Mon
if it,
Mothma's a good turn one play if you can get her.
yeah, I mean if it would let me draw a Fleet Lieutenant I didn't have or something like that, or like a K2, like I think that
Do you
could be
have?
nice.
I would replace the attack pods with Sabine or Zeb if you don't have them.
I did have Zeb last weekend when I played against Leo, and I didn't find myself actually playing him because I was usually like, I don't want to attack his
I don't
units. I
know.
want to
I
attack
like the
his. You know what I
attack
mean?
pod better than Zeb personally, but
Zeb better if you're playing Energy Conversion Lab. He's so nasty if you ambush him and then just knock out two of
Yeah,
your opponent's dudes.
that'd be great. I don't own an. Well, and this is a red base anyways, but yeah, I don't own an energy conversion lab. But yeah, for like a green Sabine or green Cassian, that would be a really great.
Sabine is a good unit to have in red decks just because she's cheap and she can work.
One of the biggest things is I just need more copies of the good cards. I only have one K2. I need to see if I can trade and get another. I don't know that I want to pay $10 for one online, but I don't know. I
Uh,
might have
I
to
was
because
about
that's
to trade
new.
mine to somebody, but because we live on opposite sides of town, I was like, not. He was like, "Can you meet me here at this time?" I'm like, "Nope," and so he's not going to do that anymore. So I have an extra K2. If you've got something
I don't have a lot to
valuable,
trade, and that's been my biggest problem trying to set these trades up. I just don't have enough good stuff.
did I see you have Akbar in there?
Yeah,
Akbar's pretty good too. I like Akbar.
I mean, the nice thing is he's like a little extra, like direct damage removal. I didn't draw many of these matches, but I could see throwing him out to take out, like one of your weak units or something. But I don't know. He doesn't super fit because, like, other than that, he's not. I mean, he's got a little restore, but he's not like it's not much offense. I mean, Dodonna would pump him up, and Red 3 would pump him up, but
I like
I don't
Akbar,
know.
especially if you've got a lot of little guys. Then when he pops out, real good. But even just doing 1 or 2 damage for free when he comes out is good.
I could definitely see some turns where you have like 4 or 5 guys out. Maybe you have Leia out too, and he like takes out a big unit like Seventh Sister. That would be great. But I haven't actually done that yet. I also have a Wedge in here. I only have the one copy of each, which isn't great, but I like that Wedge can pump up the A wings, and it gives you ambush. You can like ambush an A wing. Like that seems kind of nice sometimes.
I haven't tried Wedge yet. I made like a mono green Leia that I just wanted to make like Hoth themed. Uh, so I have like Wedge and all the Snow Speeders and Rogue Squadron guys in there, but
Back
I haven't
pattern
played it yet.
Delta. Yeah, that would be fun. I don't know. I kind of keep tweaking back and forth in a bunch of different directions, but it's been fun to play. And kind of like you were saying, Joe, I do like having like two tubes in there, even though he doesn't seem to be in most of the net list versions of Red Leia. But I think he's fun. It's so cool when you just have Leia have him attack, and then whatever he pumped up goes right after two. It's like that adds up really quick, and he's like so
Mhm.
cheap.
Yeah, like with this deck against like your Leia, like I'm not even sure there's anything I would want to like sideboard in with how I have it built right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
What are some of the other cards you have in there that
I mean,
we did?
maybe like the only thing I could see is if I had some, like some more sentinels, you know. But I've already got 3 royal guards and 3 cell block guards in here for sentinel.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I mean, I don't know if anything else would really disrupt your deck all that much, and I don't, other than just having some more sentinel in here. Um, yeah,
And
but
like the interceptor was really good that I can just like take out an A
oh
wing
yeah,
and then
I mean
do a lot of damage
that's
next
like
turn.
kind of like my space. Like my main space is I've got tie advanced interceptors and ruthless raider in the deck.
Oh yeah, tie advanced would have swung things too.
You know, um,
What are some other interesting options? I mean, like the Seventh Sister you already have
yeah,
in there is great.
fifth
You
brother
have
and seventh sister.
Rook. You need Rook.
Ruch.
I do
Whoa.
not have rook in here.
He's real good, especially
Good
with
idea.
Tarkin. If Tarkin can like buff him up a little bit, Rook is just real gross.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, at like that sort of like that point on my curve, I would still rather play seventh sister. I think. I've got a
That's fair.
couple of this boy in here.
Yeah, it's you. You said your problem was like stopping his stuff. Seven Sisters not going to stop stuff. She's good at throwing out a lot of damage, but
Well, I mean,
Rook
she
just does
if, once
you.
you
You're
Free
once
good.
you
damage.
start attacking with her, she's gonna start helping you clear the board. That's the nice thing with
Yeah,
her is
I
you
think
can
that's
attack
great.
the base and clear the board at the same time. Um, maybe. So I do have
Ruthless Reader here. I think that's
I
good too.
I
That'll
do
kill some.
have um, like in my sideboard, I've got my first Legion snowtroopers. Um, so like maybe where they're not glaring so much. So maybe though that would be a good one, against you because I attack your unit, and still get to put damage through on the base because they would have overwhelm.
Yeah,
Um,
like if Tarkin wounds something and then the snowtrooper gets XP and then finishes it off,
yeah,
or
but I that's
Fifth
still
Brother could do a
kind of
damage.
gotta that's still like 2 attacks to take care of one thing. But
Yeah.
it hurts less because I'm still putting some stuff on the um on the base.
Yeah, like you said, the overwhelm is nice.
Yeah, like I have overwhelming barrages. I only drew it that one time though, in all 3 games. So
That makes me wonder, what about like a Wampa? Because that also has overwhelm. That could like eat my weak units and then ping a little onto the base at the same time too. And I guess it wouldn't get Tarkin XP though, which
yeah, which isn't bad though necessarily. But it's like also though if like I'm not sure what like maybe I would take out these TIE fighters, you know, um, to
I
like
don't know though.
I mean
With the
like
XP on it, it traded so well against my
yeah,
A-Wings.
that's the thing. Like a TIE fighter Tarkin turn 1 is kind of a nice play if you can get it.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to flip Tarkin out for I don't know Inquisitor.
Yeah,
I think Inquisitor would be good.
I mean, I enjoy playing Inquisitor too. Inquisitor is a lot of fun, but
And if you
um,
can put a fallen lightsaber on him or on Fifth Brother, like you said, that'll clear my little guys out
yeah.
really quick
But
too.
I mean, that's kind of like another deck I want to play some of is Inquisitor with the ECL. I mean,
Yeah.
it would be very similar to this deck, um, just less of a focus on Imperial units though.
Hmm.
Yeah, my
Um,
Inquisitor deck I used blue because like power of the dark side, and
yeah.
Yeah, I
sometimes a
think
lot
green
of
would be good.
Well,
I mean,
either
like
one, green
force
or
choke
blue
and
would be
stuff,
good. Yeah, I mean, like I've
maybe
got force
force
chokes in
throwing.
here.
Force throw
Um,
would screw me up a lot, I think.
turn 1 pursuer biker guy with Grand Inquisitor is
That's
Just
really good
three,
too.
3 damage on the base, turn 1.
Yeah. That's good. It's really good.
Yeah, I did try making an Inquisitor like double red, and
Ooh.
I didn't really like it that much. Like it wasn't.
Hmm.
It just didn't work that great. I didn't think, but it would be cool to maybe down the road here to revisit here with set two when we've got a bigger card pool.
Oh, Evan's here.
He's been here for a while. If you've actually been looking at chat, Joe.
He wasn't in the chat when I showed up.
He's telling me to burn a bunch of money on rare cards.
Yeah.
I bought some cheap stuff the other day, a bunch of stuff that was like less than $5 each. That felt okay to me. But like when it gets up to $10, like most of the rares, I'm like,
Yeah, I just spent 16 for a cunning because that was the only card that I had 0 of. So it felt
Yeah,
um,
I'm probably gonna end up buying like a vigilance, which isn't too bad. They're like $10 or something like that.
Kurt, how about
But yeah, I'm still gonna
you
buy boba or get a boba, which means I'm probably
yeah, I don't have one. I'm not expected to ever get one.
Kurt, how about you increase your video editing output, and as a reward, I'll send you a little K2.
How much would I have to increase it by?
vigilances went up. Ah, that's bullshit.
Oh my god,
How much are they now?
I'm painting this Darth Vader real fast and real sloppy, and that's fine because I already have a Vader that I painted that I'm satisfied with. And if I'm going to play Darth Vader in Shatterpoint, it's probably going to be that one anyways.
Be kind of a good time to try a different style. Ooh, Vigilance is $23 now.
Ah,
20
man.
over 20.
Ah.
My style is, for this one, is fast.
Are you doing like dry brushing on it?
No, I'm just painting fast and sloppy. And I'm taking less of a gradient between all my highlights, less steps. So the jumps in color between each step in my highlights is a lot more drastic and less smooth than it usually is.
Completely
I feel
jarring.
like it's got to be like not good enough at some of the painting techniques, but I would love to be able to paint a Vader and make it look more like, maybe it's just not possible with a mini, but like I love some of the Vader art on unlimited cards where it's like really really dark shadows, but then just like um kind of bright highlights, like a lot of contrast. I feel like it would be hard to pull that off on a mini though, or at least for me, without it like looking kind of weird. But it'd be cool if you could do that.
So what are you thinking, Kurt?
You guys gonna play again?
You want to give her play again, or you're kind of call the stream here? We've been streaming for just under an hour and a half.
A lot shorter than streams usually go.
I mean, I could also swap to. I have a pretty basic boba deck sitting here too. I could pull that out and do like a match at least.
Sure.
Oh man, Pigpog says, "Where do I go to pre-order my JodoCon badges?" You're you're already in the right spot. If when that happens,
First in line.
yeah, be on our Discord or whatever. You're already a patron, so that's probably where patrons they'll get discounts when that happens. I dream of JodoCon every year.
Just here, I'll get you my address, Pigpog. You send me some cash, and I'll definitely get you a JodoCon badge.
I mean, we can make badges.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, you wanted a con to go with this badge? Oof.
But when we do eventually have a convention, it will get you free entry to every con we ever do. It'll count as a badge. It counts for every
Whoa!
year.
No, this is not a lifetime subscription. It'll get them entry to one. You know, just like he's just pre-ordering. Yeah, you know, just like you want to pre-order your video games and all that shit. You can pre-order our con badges for. It'll definitely exist someday. We swear.
Yeah, once we get, you just gotta increase the revenue stream just a little bit. Conventions can't cost that much, can they?
Actually, yeah. Well, you missed it this year. This year's JodoCon was actually just when Kurt came over the other night and we played Unlimited together. So
Yeah, why weren't you there? We had to cancel all our panels we had planned and stuff because there was no. Okay, we need to shuffle a little more here.
What I'm gonna do with this fader is I'm gonna highlight it like way too bright, and then just put a wash over it, and hopefully that'll sort of smooth out all my sloppiness.
Okay, let's see what I got here. I'm trying to remember what's in this deck. I think right now Boba's kind of like my second pick. I've been having a lot of fun with Leia, so I'll probably stick with her. But I did have fun with Boba when I played him at one of the pre-releases too. Source that.
which side do you want for? You want Unlimited or Spark side for?
Let's say unlimited.
You get initiative.
I will resource these two, and I guess I'm ready. If you are.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I've just got one for Greedo. 3-1.
Got 2 for Ozzel.
And looks like I'm taking initiative.
Okay, pass.
I'm gonna resource.
And try not to cheat real hard, Kurt.
Oh, was I showing my cards?
Yeah, you're totally putting your cards on the camera.
Sorry.
I couldn't. They weren't like you
Is
didn't
that
tip
cheating?
them. You didn't tip them down quite enough that I could see, but or see tell what they were. But you were real close.
It's like reverse cheating. Yeah, I'm gonna start. See, you have Ozzel out. Yeah, I'll
What
just
panels are at JodoCon? Man,
take your base for 3 with Greedo.
Adrian be all
What's
wistful
his
about this
ability
shit
do
again?
When defeated, you may discard a card from your deck. If it's not a unit, deal 2 damage to a ground unit. That's a mini ability.
Yep.
Can be clutch. A lot of times it just discards the card you really wish you had next turn.
Yeah.
What panels are at JodoCon? Well, there would be a live, clumsy, and random. There might be like a Family Feud.
Super Laser Tech.
We would obviously have, special guest Pablo Hidalgo, who would be talking about his work on the old West End games.
Yeah, obviously. Yep. We would definitely be able to get him.
We'd probably have Sam Witwer, and he'd be talking about tabletop RPGs as well as working on the various video games.
That is
for Consortium Starviver.
That is restore, doesn't it? Is that?
Yeah, only when I have initiative though.
Okay. Attack your base for 2 with Ozzel.
Where did I put the thingy? I think we would have
tournament.
Leo do some nice painting instruction things.
We'd have
2 damage, right?
2, yep.
Okay.
Do you really think I have the patience for that shit?
That would make it such a good class. Yeah, live. What is Misa saying for sure?
I'm gonna take initiative.
We'd
All
probably
right,
have like a
pass.
Loop and Chewy tournament.
Yeah, the World Championships.
Probably do a number of World Championships for the various stupid games I have, like Loop and Chewy and stuff.
How many hit points does the
It's a
start
3-3.
3-3? Okay.
I'd have my whole library of games that people could play.
Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm.
I think I will resource this. Think through the order of operations
I
here.
read one volume of the Dark Droids comic the other day. Just
Was it
sort
good?
of a crossover event. I actually really like. I read the Star Wars, so like the kind of the main line one, which was mostly just about Lobot and Lando's ongoing stuff, which I am a big fan of, because Lando is like prioritizing the well-being of Lobot over the well-being of the Rebel Alliance. Um, Lobot's his
Okay.
best friend, and he promised he would try and fix him.
I pay 1 for shoot first. Have
Okay.
Greedo kill Ozzel. And Boba Fett's gonna tap to ready a resource off of that death.
But the interesting thing was like the apparently the so-called
God damn it,
the Scourge, this like weird ancient AI that had previously possessed Dr. Afro in a different comic. It was making like these droids that wanted to become more human, because it was like, well, I can already hack and control all of the droids. I would like to be able to do that to organic beings, so I need to like become meat. So it was like reverse cyborgs, all these droids of like trying to replace their arms with like human arms and all. It just really twisted, gross stuff. It was kind of cool.
Killing Greedo.
Super laser tech into Greedo.
Okay. I'm gonna
Comes a resource.
not use his ability since there's no ground units. So you're at 5 already? That's so good. I'm gonna have the Star Viper attack your base for 3 and restore 2.
Okay. For 3?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Tarkin comes out.
I've
for
got
Vader's no oil bath.
got a swoop bike, which is 4-3.
Ooh, a swoop bike. I've ever seen anybody play that. Did y'all see the new trailer for Outlaws? And what is y'all's predictions about it?
Yeah.
We did. We were chatting about that on Discord earlier. I'm really excited about it. I don't know if it'll be good or not, but I'm
Yeah, I mean, it's like
got potential.
Yeah, I mean, because like Massive usually makes pretty decent games, right?
I think
I don't know
so.
if I've played any.
I forget what,
They
but
have a good
it's
reputation, I think.
Didn't they? No, that was. I'm thinking about Motive. Sorry.
but it's like
didn't
it's
they do
like
Squad?
it's like more like how much did Ubisoft, shit it up with Ubisoft shit.
Yeah, because that trailer, everything we've seen so far looks very cool to me, and I'm very excited about just all the designs and the point in the timeline and what you're purportedly going to be allowed to do and explore. All seems really cool. I'm really excited about it. Obviously, we need, because the gameplay we saw before was good, but obviously that was pretty.
Overwhelming barrage on Tarkin. He's gonna do so. He'll do 3 to the Star Viper, 1 to the swoop bike.
Mm-hmm. Um, yeah, I'm gonna have to take initiative, I guess.
Okay. I'm gonna Tarkin Town to kill off the swoop bag,
Nice.
and then I will attack your base for 4. And then I pass.
Hmm.
Was Boba flip out on
5.
5? Okay.
He's pretty cool headed. He usually doesn't flip out.
And what's his power and hit points?
4/7.
Okay.
He can ready 2 resources if something died.
Got it. Okay.
So you're up to 6. I guess I will pay 2 to do no good to me dead. So I'm going to exhaust Tarkin, and he cannot ready this round. You know, I didn't notice the wording on this before, but this is kind of a little bit of a counter to like Inquisitor, for example. That unit can't ready this round at all.
Nope.
It's
Right.
not just during the regroup phase; it's the whole round. So
I've
that's
had that
nice.
played on me when I was playing my Inquisitor deck, and it hurt. When
Yeah.
you're like, oh, here comes Fifth Brother, and then they throw that on him, like even before he's even readied or whatever. It's like,
Okay.
oh man.
I play Cell Block Guard.
Okay, I'm gonna have to bring Boba out.
Okay. Beers.
Hmm. Okay. Hmm.
Tears for Veers.
Yeah. It's not great for me, but I think Boba has to kill the cell block.
Okay.
Since he has 4 attack.
Yep, that'll take 4 back to you.
And then he can ready 2 resources. It's a unit left to play this phase.
Initiative.
Okay, I'm gonna pay 3 for a swoop racer, and then pass. I don't actually have the cards to be able to use those resources I refreshed, unfortunately.
That how it goes.
Okay. I don't think I'm in a very good spot at the moment.
All right.
First that.
You ready?
Yep.
7 for Vader. I get to look at the top 10 cards of my deck. And then put out any villainy cards with a combined cost of 3. Villainy units, not just villainy cards. And I think we will put out the Emperor's Royal Guard. And I do have officials out, so he has Sentinel.
Dang.
And then these
Plus the
go on
Veers
the back
bonus.
bottom of my deck.
It's really good.
And then Vader is going to hit your what's the swoop again?
4/3.
4/3. Okay. Vader is going to hit your base for 5.
Actually, 6 because of
6.
Veers, right?
6 because of ears. Yep.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. Thank
Up
you.
to 10. Hmm. So the Royal Guard is up to 4-5.
4-5,
Right?
yes.
Wow. Hmm. Man. I think anything I do, I think I get screwed on the next action. So I don't know that any one of these is better option than another. But I think I'm gonna pay 3 to waylay Veers
Waylay
to
Vader?
stand.
You want to put him back in my... Waylay, which one? Veers?
I'm gonna do
Okay.
Veers. I don't know if that's smart, but that's what I feel like doing.
All right. Well, I will attack your base for 2 and put an experience on the Royal Guard.
Dang. So he's back up to 4-5. Uh. Yeah, dang. I didn't think. Well, yeah, I knew whichever thing I did, something else would kind of counteract it anyway. Let me think then. Yeah, whichever of these guys attacks, they can't take out the Royal Guard, unfortunately. That is just how it is. So I'm gonna have the Swoop Racer do 4 to the Royal Guard and die. I don't know that it makes sense to have Boba join in on that, though. Did you take initiative already?
Um, I was about to, since
Oh,
you
okay.
were done. Initiative.
Then I have to decide, is it worth Boba killing himself off? But I mean, I guess if he doesn't, then Vader or something finishes him off anyway. So it's kind of dumb. But yeah, I think Boba trades with the Royal Guard,
Okay.
and then I'll pass.
Okay.
How's this thing worded? When this unit completes an attack, yeah. So he wouldn't refresh. Not that I would be able to play anything anyway.
Uh, hmm. 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 Hmm.
Oh, how much damage does Vader have on him?
Uh,
I
None,
don't.
because he attacked your base.
Oh yeah, okay. Hmm. Dang. So I can't even finish him off with anything. I'm just gonna resource this, I think. Okay.
Okay. See, I have initiative, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I guess what I'll do is should I do that? Yeah. Gonna pay 2 for Snowtrooper Lieutenant. Use it on Tarkin to attack your base for 2. Or sorry, 4. And I'll give Vader an experience.
Dang. I'm gonna pay 6 for Slave 1, and it'll come out ready.
What's its hit points?
6.
6. I don't know, Pigpug. I'd say that's fairly unlikely. I mean, I wouldn't say, I won't say never, ever, ever. I mean, depending on the lifespan of the game. but I would say that they're always going to prioritize uh, canon stuff before Legends for the most part.
Yeah.
Now that being said, like if Revan gets reintroduced into canon in um, a bigger way than he already has, more than just a name drop, then yeah, I would say that they would they would jump all over Revan then. As far as like sequel trilogy stuff, I would say we're gonna see sequel trilogy stuff before we see Legends stuff, most likely. Uh, and not only that, I mean, actually,
Hope so.
Fantasy Flight actually was planning First Order and Resistance armies. Um, right before, shortly before they lost the game moved to AMG. Um, and they scrapped it for some. They ended up putting that on hold for something else, but I can't remember what they said that they sort of moved on to. Do you guys remember? It was with the interview with the FFG head at the time.
I
Um,
do not remember at all.
because I know he said he talked about how they were sort of in the beginning stages of putting together First Order and Resistance armies, but then they were like, "Ooh, no, actually, um, we want to work on this other thing." But I can't remember what it was at the time because it wouldn't have been Shadow Collective or anything like that because that was after Atomic Mass.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Gosh, dang it, I can't remember. But at any rate, so I mean, there's the groundwork has already been laid at some point because I'm sure all that work, any documents regarding any of that work or anything, Atomic Mass has it. So, um, let's see, it's my turn, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, what's its power again?
5.
It
It's
is a
5/6.
5/6. Huh? I'm gonna play Ruthless Raider. Deal 2 damage to the fire spray and 2 damage to your base. And what's its ability?
Action for 2 resources, exhaust a non-unique unit.
Okay. All my non-unique units are already exhausted, so there.
Yeah. Hmm. Raiders of 4/6. Yeah, I mean, I'll just have it attack your base for 5.
Okay. Um, so Pickpock, basically what happened there with the whole Fantasy Flight and Atomic Mass situation was so both companies are owned by Asmodee, and um, they sort of wanted to consolidate game production of by type uh, for business reasons. So they said, okay, Atomic Mass Games, you are the miniatures uh, studio, and so they moved. Um, like Atomic Mass Games at the time was making Marvel Crisis Protocol, and they had already started working on Star Wars Shatterpoint at this point, but nobody knew about that publicly. Um, so then they moved X-Wing, Armada, and Legion all over there and said, "Okay, you're now the miniatures company." And then they did the same thing with the role-playing games, as they took all of Fantasy Flight's role-playing games, moved that to Edge Studios, and said, "You're now the role-playing game studio." And yeah, so that's what happened there. That's why they did it. It was sort of like a consolidation sort of thing. Um,
Well, and one of the weird parts was how they were going to move a lot of the employees over with those games,
well,
but
they
then most of them did not end up going to the new company.
Well, no, they did move a lot of them over. It's just, or at least for for the miniature stuff, it's just most of them got fired shortly afterwards.
Yeah.
Um, the Now, like the role playing stuff, there wasn't really a lot of people to move over because, frankly, most of the role playing writing and design work was done by freelancers. I think there were like Fantasy Flight only had like one or two actual like people in house working on the role playing stuff. From what I understand, it was almost all freelance stuff. I'm gonna claim the initiative after you attack. Then. Oh no 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 no
Well,
no no
that's...
no 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 no
Oh,
no no! I'm
go
not.
ahead.
No, I'm not.
Go
I'm
ahead.
going to attack with Vader for
Oh,
6.
yeah. 6? Dang.
Yep.
I have nothing left though, so then I will
Yeah.
claim initiative.
Yeah, I think that's part of it. Pigpog is. I mean, Imperial Assault was basically a quote unquote finished game, and I guess, and also technically, they don't consider that one a miniatures game. It's considered like a tile board game or some dumb thing like that. Like they just for legal reasons with their licensing, they call it that. It's sort of a weird thing. I don't know why I readied all that stuff. I didn't even draw. I don't think I'm gonna resource anything.
Let's see here if I have any options. So Vader is a 6/8. Makes it hard for me to actually do anything to him.
Yeah, because what, you're at 24 right
Yeah.
now? Okay.
So he can kill it if I don't do something to him. But things I have can't really stop him realistically. I'm gonna resource this. I think it's the one thing that slightly delays it. Ready?
Yep.
So I can pay 8 for a reinforcement walker, and when played, look at the top card of your deck. Either draw that card or discard it and heal 3 damage from your base. And yeah, I will discard this probe droid to heal. We double check. Yeah, heal 3. So I'm at 21.
Okay.
It's not enough, but delays the end slightly.
Yeah. You're you've exhausted all your resources, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well then, just in case, first thing I do is I'll play Interceptor, deal 3 damage to the fire spray.
Okay. It'll have 1 left.
Oh, I was thinking it was 5, but its attack is 5, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
yeah. Still, I can't use its exhaust.
Then I would attack with my Raider instead.
Oh, okay.
That's the only problem with this web game stuff is I can't look across the table, and it's because the on screen it's just a little too blurry for me to see. So yeah, so I'll attack with the Raider. That'll do 4, and then I take 5 back. Yep. Okay, then I assume you would claim initiative.
Yeah. And then the rest of your stuff will be able to do 9, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah. Plus I've got I would pump them up with Veers in there too, and
nice.
And also get a 7th sister out on the board.
That was good. You got a lot of great ramp, and I wasn't getting any. I didn't draw any super lasers or anything, so I was way behind what I should have been.
Yeah. Okay.
I was drawing all these yellow events and stuff, and not really the green stuff I needed. Didn't draw Overwhelming Barrage.
Okay, guys. Pigpog wants to know what's one character or unit you'd want to see in Legion.
In Legion, Hera Commander.
Yeah.
Yeah, just in general, Spectres, Or yeah, I mean more specters besides Sabine, I should say.
I think Heroic Commander would be a
Yeah.
good unit. Um, also maybe those doofy little vehicles that were old Kenner toys, like the that Rebel. No, it was an Imperial vehicle that had like
Lead thing.
kind of two big wheels.
Actually, I would like some of the weird vehicles from like the '90s line, like there was like Han Solo wearing like this big giant like flying backpack with like these claw arms that was supposed to be like a cart, like he could pick up like a cargo box and then
I had that
um
one.
like that, or there was like a riot or like a crowd control stormtrooper that had like a really cool like flying backpack too. um some of those would be sort of neat. I've always thought that those would be kind of neat to see. I mean, pie in the sky, I'd like to see you know Mara Jade in the game, but we already talked about this with Legends that it's kind of unlikely. Um, as for actual canon stuff, I mean, just it realistically, I just want some of the sequel stuff in the game too. Um, I I want to be able to put Kylo and Rey on the board. Damn it!
Yeah. If I had to pick one off the top of my head, I think Saw Gerrera would be really cool, and I would love insurgent guerrilla terrorist type squad to use with him too.
Yeah,
That
it
would
could
be
be
really cool.
Yeah,
a battle force. That way you can say, well, Leia would never work with Saw, so you can't put that in the.
yeah, but you could
And
have
it,
yeah, you have Saw have his partisans. You have Benthic six tubes.
yeah, it could be like a squad upgrade, or he could be an operative. Maybe I don't know. That'd be cool. Because I feel like Saw feels like a unit to me that would, or a character that would have an ability where you like can kill, do a wound to your own guys to get an offensive bonus, that type of thing, and you're like kind of blowing up your own guys, but like throwing out a ton of damage too. That feels kind of thematically appropriate.
He
That'd be cool.
literally picks up the other guy and throws him at the enemy.
Flick your mini into the enemy squad. Whichever
Yeah,
units fall over are dead.
dexterity game.
Yeah, like what was that? Wasn't it like Rampage or something like that?
Yeah, it was renamed Terror in Meeple City
Okay.
No, see,
because Ram.
I thought those were two different games.
No, it's the same game. It was called Rampage, and then for copyright reasons, they had to rename it.
Are you really? Because I swear that like the components and stuff looked like they were not the same games.
Unless you're thinking about different games, the one where you stack the buildings on the
Y-
meeples' heads and flick little discs with your monsters.
Yeah, yeah, but
Yeah, it's the same thing.
I thought they were. I swear that I thought they were. I was like, huh, this is similar. But then when I looked at them, they seemed like different enough that they didn't seem the same. That they weren't the same. But it could
They had
be.
to
I
rename it because
obviously
of
could
the
be wrong.
arcade game, or what?
Well, I mean, yeah.
I think so.
Well, I mean, yeah. Like the art for it. I mean, it was called Rampage, and then it basically had like it had at least like a Godzilla looking guy,
Mm.
and I forget. I think the box art also did have like the like a King Kong looking guy, and like the so it was yeah, it was pretty infringy. So
I don't think I ever heard of that one, but it sounds
It's
fun. So
pretty
you flick
good.
stuff to knock buildings over, basically.
yeah,
Yeah, you flick your disc um, to move, and then you can like if you want to knock a building down, you put your disc on your little guy's head and then flick it off of there, and the buildings are
Okay.
by meeples. See how much falls over, and if they fall off the board or something, you eat them and you like add them to your little like sideboard, which is like your stomach.
Sounds kind of fun.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun. There was one where like an ability was you like put your chin on the guy's head and then like had to blow, and then like after 2020, it was like this mechanic feels real gross.
Speaking of germs, I saw some people in the Unlimited Facebook group having like a big argument about whether, it's appropriate or not to like touch your opponent's deck and cut it or whatever. And there's, and it's like, well, that's
It's pretty low contact.
yeah. I think
A couple
yeah.
feet from each other's faces.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's I don't know.
There was a heated discussion.
For some people, yeah. I guess it's never been a thing that bothers me, but I guess if you're really worried about other people's germs or whatever, I get it. So,
Yeah.
I mean, but I think there is provisions in the rules for also like you could if you have like bring some sanitizer and you can ask your opponent to sanitize their hands first, so or something like that, I guess. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, I think that's probably gonna wrap it up for us here tonight. So thanks everyone who came out and watched us play and chatted with us tonight, and yeah, so
It was fun.
yeah,
We could do it again sometime,
yeah,
I think.
yeah. This will kind of be we'll slot this stuff in the rotation sometimes. Sometimes it'll be paint hitting streams. Sometimes we'll play some Unlimited.